is John Scudder for Cerebus TV. We're at Baltimore Con 2011, and we're here with
Shannon Wheeler,
creator of
Too Much Coffee Man.
Tell us a little bit about the history of that book.
Well, Too Much Coffee Man I started years and years back doing a weekly strip for newspapers, and it was Gilbert Shelton who did another underground comic who said do a weekly strip and then collect it together in a comic book, and then so that's kind of how I started it, just doing these little single issue things and then collecting comics and then self-publishing.
Over the years it's been very sporadic with the issues coming out. What kind of progress did you have working on Too Much Coffee Man?
Well, I try to be on it, but I do a lot of other projects. So I do Too Much Coffee Man, but then I get, let's do an opera. So I do an opera, and then I decide to get cartoons in the New Yorker, so I push there, and I do a New Yorker stint. What else have I done? I did a graphic novel recently about the BP oil spill. So, I'm always working. It's just on different things.
Okay. And now, Too Much Coffee Man's been collected in a trade paperback format through Dark Horse, correct?
Yep.
Aside from going to the site, where can we go finding Too Much Coffee Man products?
Well, asking at shops, because if you create the illusion of popularity, then the reality follows. So if enough people ask and say, hey, where's the Too Much Coffee Man omnibus, then eventually, well, maybe we should order one. So that's how I end up selling it. So just ask.
And now you're working through Boom Distributor, right?
Yeah, well, Boom, they're publishing, I did a book of New Yorker reject cartoons. That's I thought you'd be funnier. We have a second collection of New Yorker rejects coming out called I Told You So. And then I did a kids book that's coming out soon called Grandpa Won't Wake Up. And then another Too Much Coffee Man book early next year.
Now, you said it was a kid's book. Grandpa Won't Wake Up.
Yeah, mature kids, I suppose. It starts off with like kids trying to wake up their grandfather, and they play music and pinch his cheeks. And then around page 3 it goes dark, and they dress him up like a Nazi and hit him with baseball bats. It's really awful. And
good, so like ages 3 to 7.
Yes. Yeah. Or stepchildren. It's good for stepchildren.
Appropriate age range. All right, Dave Sim, you did a little comic with Too Much Coffee Man in it.
Yeah.
What kind of influence has he had on your career?
Well, self-publishing, and he very much was endorsed self-publishing, and so he's a real inspiration for that. The quality of storytelling that he had, I still think it's some of the best storytelling in his books. And a lot of it, he would do things that just took guts in terms of, like, let's have 15 pages and have one small thing that happened every page and really work with panel layout. And it just opened up, for me, it opened up my eyes of, like, to not be afraid to push the boundaries of storytelling. When I started drawing issue number 6 of Too Much Coffee Man, I found it really boring. And so I just thought, well, what do I want to be doing? And so I thought, well, I want to be drawing issue 9. And I thought, well, I could just do the content of 9 in issue 6, but I had it all paced out. So I decided to skip 2 issues of the comic book and just have them not exist. And I mean, it's not directly influenced from Sim. He didn't do anything like that, but he had a fearlessness to a lot of the work where he would say, this whole issue will have no words, or he would just do these crazy things, and it's like, it kind of made it okay, where I thought, what am I afraid of? And it made me be a little bit more fearless. So I was like, yeah, I'll skip 2 issues and create the rarest comic books ever, or shoot a comic book with a gun, or I don't know, we just had fun.
Anything else to say to the viewers out there?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you like stuff, support it, and ask for it. Keep an eye out for the omnibus, for the I Thought You'd Be Funnier. And if you're going to create books, I think having a fearlessness about it, I think it's a really good, strong approach. I think it's better to take risks and discover things than it is to play it safe. So many books are boring. Don't be boring.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much for your time.
Shoot, my pleasure. I loved it. Thank you.